This Magnus is a great solution to Lina, but not just that, like RP, there's going to be a lot of damage that this Luna can bust out if JT is able to pop off and get some good ones.
A first phase ban or pick later in the tournament.
I think she will be bumped up in priority. Currently she's 9-2. Her games have been looking really convincing overall. I think this is, for me right now, in my power rankings, the best carry in the patch. And yeah, it's entirely possible that she gets bumped up. Let's see, Baboka 5 stacks of Shadow Poison. See you later.
That is a lot of damage. And Celery's actually going to live. Yeah, that's surprising as well. So
yeah, it's largely going to be dictated by that, isn't it? Unless, I mean, I suppose on paper, the G2IG lineup would really like to make a move to activate their Ench, and Pango can combine with that very well for a potential tower dive. Uh-oh, top lane.
And LSA.
It'll be fine, but yeah, the pressure on to JT here.
JT was trying to turn things around. Nothing to say. He's going to pop his Rolling Thunder. Will connect onto Celery. Baboka makes his way over as well with the Centaur Stomp. That is, well, it almost was a perma-stunt, but regardless, they get the kill onto Celery. Entire teams show up for the first couple Wisdom Runes. Why do you think that is suddenly becoming a thing? Because we've talked about it ourselves amongst, you know, the idiots that watch us and listen to us generally, that Wisdom is super important.
Very toxic.
Is dead.
This just in.
Nice
Sunspan hates the audience.
Yep, definitely off to a good start.
Looking at a fast Mage Slayer.
Burrow Strike will find Monet. Level 5 right now on the Luna. Baboka gonna force Quinn back, although we have a Fiend's Gate coming in. Is he gonna cancel that?
He did.
Indeed he did. Nothing to say. Gonna spot a couple more towards the river here from Gaimin Gladiators side. As Quinn taking some creeps, Arrow's not really gonna hit.
Nice block from Baboka.
Stacks on Baboka from that Shadow Poison. That's gonna do a lot of damage with the Starstorm on top. That is actually enough. Celery gets credit for that one. LSA does clip JT, but no kill to come. And of course,
this is
the stack
big
on
moment.
these Ancients.
Yeah, Gaimin Gladiators, this is a very planned out move. They know the stacks are there, they really want to contest them and use the Sand King Underlord power right now, but with Underlord not connecting, he actually can't make it back here now. RP,
Skewer back into the tier 1, Doraccio. LSA is gonna hit, but there comes nothing to say on the Pangolier, and that'll bring the Lina to her knees. And it looks like Tofu will possibly be next, has the last leap usage. Snowball does connect, so that's 2 kills going the way of G2IG in defense of their triangle. Monet
getting worse in my old age.
Out here.
Yeah, this is a big moment to dodge, but...
Okay, we got the Burrow Strike looking for the arrow set up, but X-Nova takes it. Nice Pit of Malice, though. The Eclipse comes through, trying to dissuade them from coming any further. Tofu taking quite a bit of damage. RP onto 2 heroes. Nothing to say with the Swashbuckle and his ult onto 3. He's going to use the roll-up as well as Ace. He's a bit isolated. The Gleipnir's going to connect on 3 heroes in the meantime for Doraccio. And now the aggression from Gaimin Gladiators continues. They get 2 kills on 2 cores. Epicenter to follow from Quinn. Nothing to say. Not going to have much to say after this. That is for damn sure. Although he is pretty tanky with that shield crash, and the Drinking Buddy's getting a little extra move speed, but a double Burrow Strike from Quinn, and the damage is just unbelievable from Gaimin Gladiators. Triple kill for Ace, and this is going to be a full team wipe at the 17-minute mark. Wow, ultra kill for Ace.
I could easily see them find multiple kills. The tricky part is, with that big teamfight victory, the Underlord pipe is not that far away, and that's going to swing things in a big way. Well, they're going to try to skewer this time.
Yeah, onto a tanky target. Ace already at half HP. Here comes the counter initiation from Quinn, showing off that Bloodstone. There's a Pit of Malice onto the 2 supports of G2IG that will likely fall very shortly here. Age is still intact as Doraccio just right-clicks JT casually. Nothing to say. Oh, just in time with that disruption to cancel the TP. And again, it's been 9 kills in a row, if I'm not mistaken, on the Gaimin Gladiator side.
But I do think the mindset here should be we should look for a fight. I think if you keep giving Gaimin the map control, you're just kind of digging your own grave.
Oh, he's actually going for it. Epicenter with the follow-up stun from the Mirana. Nothing to say, gets off the roll-up into the Rolling Thunder. Looks like he's going to be fine, actually. Quinn's going to take a fully clip, but there's a disruption from Celery to save him. But the RP onto 3 heroes with a huge skewer to follow. Do they have the damage to follow it up? Doraccio is actually standing his ground. Remember, he still has the Aegis. And after all of that, they get 4 kills on Gaimin side, and all they lose is the Aegis, and it will likely just be a full team wipe again. Tofu does die, so finally a kill for G2IG, but my goodness.
Has a tendency to get this rich if you're ahead. You can just walk around with the Sandstorm Dust Devil and just keep farming.
RP onto Dyrachyo, but the disruption, will it be enough to save him though? He's surrounded by enemies right now. Ace with the Pit of Malice from the side. Dyrachyo trying to run away, slowed to a crawl. He's going to use the Laguna Blade. There's the epicenter from Quinn, destroying everybody from G2IG. And that's it. That's game 1 in the books. Gaimin Gladiators slap around Jack Chen, and they win game 1.
And that's why I think the Viper pick is quite a nice answer to that, because the mid lane won't get to play Dota. We've already expect Gaimin to pull even potentially ahead in both side lanes.
Thank you, Ted. Maybe next time we can get an entire life story before the game starts. That's your objective for next time. Appreciate you as always.
He did it.
Oh, but this is like first blood. It might be Concoction. Will Dyrachyo with first blood on an Alchemist?
So I suppose if you have a really good core-to-core matchup, that can be justifiable. Oh, Quinn's in trouble, by the way.
Yep, Xnova making his way over. Disruptions there. TP is going to be okay. Tofu actually eats the arrow, and they turn it around onto nothing to say, despite it being a 2 versus 3. Sniper very strong.
That is such an insane TP.
Shrapnel to yet another kill. I don't even understand what we just witnessed here.
Otherwise, you're trading there at best. And now you just got a 2-0. Celery will immediately be hounded by the TPing nothing to say out of his death, and that's an easy.
Oh, the Ogre does a lot of damage to the Luna, though. How important is that hero getting off to a decent start in terms of comeback? Because Nether Toxin does farm a lot faster than it used to.
Oh, Dyrachyo's in trouble. I'll answer it after that. Let's see if they get... Oh, they didn't disrupt at all!
They did not.
Now
they will.
Okay,
Arrow
awkward.
Will connect, and JT is here to finish the job. But Baboka actually claims it for himself instead.
Got there in the end. That got a little bit...
Gaimin do have a 2K lead, but this is the Alchemist effect, and the Doom. I guess they have both on their team.
Yeah, they have.
So it's going to be really hard to gauge like what the actual net worth discrepancy is, since both these heroes are kind of supposed to be ahead. Has nothing to say. He's going to get doomed and Viper struck, and he's just going to TP, but no, the Infernal Blade is there to give the extra damage.
They're playing for a 25-minute timing with their greedy heroes. They just need to get a couple of key items that these naturally will build into with their Midas/Radiances. As Luna will be assassinated. That's a TP cancel.
They don't have a lot of, I would call normal CC type stuns, but they do have the mini stuns, right? They have the Infernal Blade, they have the Assassinate, and that's 2 attempted TPs there, so.
Yep. Either that, or you need to take initiative and try to force Gaimin to run after your moves, but hasn't really been the case. We haven't seen too much initiative from the Sand King, Shadow Demon, Mirana combination with maybe smoke moves across to mid.
Now, nothing to say. He's going to get Viper struck again, as Celery's here with all his creeps, and the Assassinate from Tofu is enough.
Yeah, if you do this in a pub game as Sniper, I don't think your team is particularly happy with it, but most of the time, I don't really want to count Mask of Madness as a full item. Just a little bit of a build-up.
Now G2IG, they have gone through the gate. They are smoked. Quinn is going to be the first one they run into. He's actually broken from the creeps, trying to get to the high ground. Arrow connects with the Static Storm. JT will actually use the epicenter. They'll get the kill. Kind of awkward as he made it to the high ground in the end. As Ace jumps in with the Doom on top of the Razor, who's just going to stand his ground right now. Xnova is going to be the first to fall for G2IG, but already 3 members of Gaimin deleted from the face of the map as Dyrachyo now on the run. Along with Ace, the arrow does hit him right in the ass. And nothing to say and come. Okay, they're going to miss the Burrow Strike as Dyrachyo's going to have to use it. He could deny himself.
Oh,
he will.
My God.
Wow. Symphony of fails right there. My
such
goodness.
a sick arrow into such an underwhelming follow-up. Baboka has to be livid. This is the highest impact position 5 you're possibly going to see. He saved himself with the Wild Wing, and therefore they get a full Roche for free.
Self-save support. Yeah. Gotta love it. As there's the blink. Ace gets off the Doom. The BKB popped.
Razor's
and
pretty
now
fast.
running away. Will they be able to catch him? You talked about their lack of catch. The Viper Strike just in range, though. And I think they will eventually find out. But the Burrow Strike at the last moment from JT, slowing Ace to a crawl. The Assassin, and nothing to say he's actually going to live. They lose Xnova, but if that's it, that's a really good trade for G2IG.
Okay, this is such... This movement. Celery.
Celery. I don't think he's going to get out of this. Although, Mr. Quinn is TPing onto the creep. He actually gets in. The Viper Strike upon the Sand King. Celery does die. As Quinn, using the Hurricane Pike as the rest of his team connects. Dyrachyo beating down Xnova. It's going to be a 1-to-1 to start this fight. Nothing to say as BKB has now dissipated as he runs away. JT Looks like they're not going to focus on him too much, although now they're going to wrap around, and DOTA2 actually blinks away with the concoction, looking for the more value kill, and nothing to say, but he mantas off the concoction as Monet gets off the Eclipse, but there's a lot of BKB, so not a ton of damage, and now the Doom applied to the Luna, who just TPs back to base, will be able to live through it.
When they have Doom and Alk, right? Like, it's kind of going according to expectations, so...
Well, at a certain point, Luna just farms fast.
DOTA2, no
okay,
BKB!
DOTA2, yeah, he's dead. Plain and simple.
Now that is a big kill, and it goes to Monet. He got the Demon's number in gold, the number of the Beast. It makes it a little bit less appealing to stay there. And if you asked him, I'm sure he would consider that one just a flat-out mistake. But back on the horse, Gaimin Gladiators, they go smoke. They just lost 6,000 gold. That's not going to dissuade them.
He's found. The Doom applied. Disruption comes out to delay things, but I believe this Razor is donezo. Gaimin Gladiators with a huge kill. Now Xnova will follow suit. Question is, what can they get out of this? Roche, we won't know for the next minute when that spawn comes up. And they obviously do have a lot of auras. And
40 seconds.
They can try to push.
There's a glyph.
Quinn did go for the shard, by the way, so he's going to do a lot of damage to these towers.
Can't wait to see him kill Luna with the tower.
Just get those stacks up.
This tower is going to melt when this fortification goes down.
25 seconds of no Razor. Arrow coming in. It's going to connect onto the Doom as DOTA2 pops the BKB, getting out the concoction as well. Going to focus everything on the Mirana. She's dead just like that.
That was
still 3 dead for G2IG, and Gaimin haven't really taken too much damage as the tower does fall.
The other tier 2 towers are up though.
Yeah,
so
Roche number 2. Roche off is about to occur.
Razor showing mid, the rest of the team hunting though.
All right, this could be a big kill. Arrow does hit. Already at half HP is Ace, popping that shield, but he is melting. So much damage coming from G2IG, and eventually he does pop. Like a pinata. Does have his buyback though.
Do they keep going here? Yes.
And his Doom is back in 13 seconds, so we might see the buyback come out as Tofu using the concussive grenade, but not able to get to the low ground as Monet will eventually clean him up. Takes a while. Has the double kill. The buyback did come. No BKB on Monet now as Gaimin looking for a potential fight. Nothing to say, pretty damn fast, but DOTA2 shows up out of nowhere, forcing the BKB out of nothing to say. The Doom's still available. Ace at half HP though as JT getting beat down by DOTA2. Will try to reset now that the static link is applied to him. So a soft back from Gaimin Gladiators.
This is pretty awkward, actually.
Yeah,
there's
Roche
the roar.
belching, so they know that he is
There's
being
the smoke.
attacked.
Boboka doing his best to connect them fast.
Pretty low. I don't know if they're going to get this in time. In fact, they're not.
They're too late.
So everything goes the way of
They might take the fight anyway.
Potentially, the Aegis goes to Viper again. As Monet cutting them off from the other side. Quinn is going to be the one that breaks the smoke. There's a solar flare popped. Get the burrow strike on the bottom side. They delete the sniper. Tofu just blown up. Arrow connected on the Alchemist onto the high ground. As Boboka getting in pretty deep. Quinn going to tank a lot of this damage. This is going to be life number 1. It's nothing to say. Already popped the BKB. And now they surround Quinn. And surely Gaimin are going to try to fight here. As JT going in with the epicenter. And Quinn is just getting destroyed. No chance to even attack there. And even Celery follows suit. DOTA2 has to hightail away with a TP. Yeah,
so it's jungle for the rest of the game. Buys one of every boot. And it's like, no, I'm not toxic, you are.
Oh, we got a Wind Waker sighting on JT.
Yep.
So even harder to kill. Did not, actually he's going for the Bloodstone next, but panel talked about the fact that against Doom, you want to
reaction
prioritize.
from Rush, okay.
Lots of blinks out. Ace, though, stuck in a very precarious spot. Oh my goodness, the pause. What the horse happens next?
All right.
Does Doom die? I mean, that's a yes. Let's be real. Let's go for a harder one. Who wins this team fight?
I'm going to say Doom dies as the only hero.
Okay, that would be very fitting, actually. The Razor was doomed. Will run away. As the pipe is starting to dissipate on the side of Gaimin Gladiators, Monet posturing a bit, and it looks like you might be right. You win the grand prize of nothing.
Is that dinner?
Oh, God, no, never. You owe me a $100 dinner. Okay, they're going to group back up with this next wave. And we've seen it time and time again, Cinderin. Once this tower goes down, Luna just destroys
he just got stun chained. He has no buyback.
He's dead forever, it seems. No buyback at all as DOTA2 has to pop the BKB in retreat. That literally might be game over with Luna in your base.
I mean, surely it is.
Nothing
You have a minute and no tier 2s. I just triple checked mid. It's gone. They don't even need to.
They're going for Throne. Yeah, they're going to try to force these buybacks, which are not available at all. So just one lane of racks, and it might just be GG. Forcing this game 3. Already the tier 4s fall, and just the Ancient is exposed now as Dyrachyo can only look on as he uses his Nullifier for the first time in the game, and then slowly dies in the Sandstorm. And that is going to be the end of game 2. My goodness, G2IG really showing up after a pretty poor performance in game 1.
Like, even with like the facet you send the Remnant in, but you're still closer to the wave than other ranged heroes, it gives you that big explosive play. You now have a lot of protection for Lina, because you've got Ags jumping in on the Shaker with a BKB Kunkka.
It's not the same as last game in terms of like being on a timer necessarily, because Xnova taking a beating down bottom. Second soul assumption is enough.
Ooh, and that's extra gold if he took that facet.
He did indeed take death toll, so nice extra money there.
If you're off to a rough start in the off lane, how much comeback potential do you have in this meta?
I mean, as long as
hold that thought, because Monet is getting aggressed on another soul assumption to come, and even more extra gold for Ace.
And that also makes the pick more interesting to me. I think specifically they were looking for something like they were talking about the Lina. Maybe that matchup really spoke to them with the Marcy combination as a lane. What do I expect from it? I mean, he's probably just going to go... He's going to get the drums first, which is very standard. Nothing to say. Instant echo.
Yep,
all right.
Expose into... It's like, thanks for the blink dagger there. Echo Slam ends up resulting in the kill onto Tofu. Nothing to say with Enchant Totem.
Oh my
Doing
goodness.
a lot of damage to Quinn. He does have his zip. He's going to go on in, and Dyrachyo making his rotation.
Wow, they brought the
as a position 1 windrunner, yeah.
Yeah, see, that I was thinking the exact same thing here. Vaulted, I'm instantly ulting.
Right.
There was no hesitation, so he already mapped that out. Monet.
They're in Dyrachyo. They run into Monet. Oh. They have the vision for the disruption.
Yeah, power shot already went out though, so I think he might be okay here.
Making his way to the other side.
Maybe not.
Shackle, easy location for that as Monet now
he's dead.
away. All right, wait.
There are a lot of poison stacks.
Okay.
Perfect read that he's in this camp right now.
Quinn looking for the rune, but Monet is the one getting ganked. He's gonna spot them first. Shadow Poison gets the vision. Disruption with the familiars nearby is gonna be an easy cleanup. Death number 3.
Such
on
a nice
Monet.
gank. That was really, really nice. Torrent?
I turn into a good old-fashioned team fight as Celery looks like he's going to take a boat to the face. Soul Assumption doing a decent amount of damage against Xnova, but Celery's going to be able to die. Well done to him as Tofu might be next, trying to apply as much pressure to Baboka as possible to end up going kill the way of Ace. So it's a 2 for 2 as Xnova continually takes Soul Assumptions over and over and over. As the
nice torrent might have saved
familiars. No, Soul Assumption from far away is Ace.
Oh, no way.
Double kill, TP attempt.
Oh.
But he will die.
Wow, that was so close. That resummon into double bird stun to try to TP out in front of Kunkka was really cute, but...
Celery.
Okay, that is the shortest smoke of the game.
Okay, very nice.
Of the series so far.
Arcane Rune is denied by the Satyr.
Starting to mount some pressure. They really want to put some pressure with this.
Oh,
nice
the arrow actually.
Disrupt.
But the disruption from Celery on the north side. Yep, Echo with the creep wave. That is a lot of damage when evaporates. But yeah, Monet is going to have a much better time getting back in this game now that he's got that Maelstrom.
Ace looking for a flank, but there is a nothing to say hiding.
He's got his Echo Slam. He's going to use it onto 2 with the Fissure to follow. Do they have enough damage to take out Visage? Yes. Ace is dead. Tofu next.
Beautiful
Baboka
bait.
Gets the double kill. Masterfully done. The Orchid reveal. He's going to have a haste rune as well. Going to wait a bit. Try to bait somebody in potentially. Nothing to say though. Seems to be somewhat ready for this mid-aggression. There's the big zip.
I don't know about this one.
Orchid. Nothing to say. Looking for the Echo Slam. He gets it onto 2 with the Enchant Totem of Vol. But there is the disruption to save 1 as Quinn now pretty low. He might have to back away. The big boat comes in. Xnova relatively low as well. But the Earthshaker's the first to fall for G2IG. And JT looks to be next on the list as Gaimin Gladiators are winning this handily. Xnova slowed to a crawl. This is going to be likely the 3rd kill if they can find him around the trees. Indeed they do. Double kill for Celery.
G2IG just want to immediately go for this though. Dyrachyo senses it coming. And nope, does he actually? Gets X. Arrow?
Yeah, Arrow's actually going to hit. It's a very long duration. LSA into a little bit, but again, Disruption comes out for the potential save. Fissure blocking this into 2 separate fights, it looks like.
Oh, that's
Monet
a
getting
big
focus
wind
fire.
runner.
This is so much damage from DOTA2. Whirlwind is going crazy. They get the Mirana. Monet very low in the tree line. He will eventually be brought down as well. 2 kills for Gaimin as JT limping away. Make it a 3rd as Xnova's picked off.
That Gaimin are bringing better. And the Shadow Demon, once again. This hero seems to have been really valuable in every game I've seen it in this tournament.
Yeah, it has.
I really think that's
Monet,
a look out.
long zip from Quinn. Power shot from DOTA2 from afar, and the Whirlwind to follow, but a nice Fissure. The arrow's going to connect onto Quinn, but a shackle shot connects onto 2. Oh no! What a disaster for G2IG. The Lina is lost. Xnova caught in no man's land. Cancellation of the TP there by Celery. This will lead to the 2nd kill. They do get out with their Earthshaker, but man, that shackle shot was quite something. 3 seconds of
3 seconds after it connects on the hero. So as long as Visage just is involved.
He's gonna get fissured. Arrow is coming. Oh, this looks like a kill. This is really big.
Yeah, that's a huge
for
one.
G2IG.
That was without even echoing. So they could still take a follow-up team fight now.
Celery doesn't seem to be too scared. That's because he has the Greaves, like he said, at 23 minutes on a Shadow Demon.
It's a really tough kill.
And from DOTA2, he finds a lone
really
little
easy.
Baboka. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, but definite favor for G2 there.
It's not like he's that much richer than the Ench. It's just the impact of his items. It's just so noticeable.
Okay. Well, Quinn had to use his
Baboka.
BKB. He's going to find a lonely Baboka. Arrow actually will hit, doing some decent damage as support, and eventually will get that kill and have to TP out. He has the gem on him as Roche now spawns. Doesn't feel like they've crossed the river in quite a while.
Oh, this Tormentor.
Oh, that would have been embarrassing.
Oh, if that was BB Team, the game would have ended. It would have died 2 heroes and Gaimin would have pushed.
Quinn finds JT. Ooh, the cancellation of the teleportation into the shackle shot. They don't really do that much damage to him because Kunkka's very tanky these days. Finally, some reinforcements. Tofu, okay, you can see the Demonic Purge onto JT, so no Crimson or anything of that nature for him. Finally will drop as more heroes are just dropping like flies from G2IG. What kind of a fight was that?
That wasn't
they get
even
2
a fight.
buybacks, and now it's a 3 versus 5, not including the Aegis. There is a fortification, which doesn't look like they're going to use for the tower. Maybe they concede these and try to go against the Megas. DOTA2 always going in with that Aghanim Scepter, invisible, gets a shackle shot onto the Earthshaker. He's dead! No buyback for nothing to say. And Gaimin Gladiators just all of a sudden win this game. GG's called. All right. What a weird ending. My goodness.
Yeah, all right. Game 2, it happened, and they moved on. And then they said, game 1 is what that's more like it. That's how we want to play.
Yep.